If kindness is important to you, embrace the difficult conversations you need to have. If you're going to say something about a teacher, make sure you say it to them because they deserve to hear it from you. Hi everyone. My pearl this evening or this morning is about kindness. Kindness is something I think about a lot. When I began my journey as a leader, kindness was something that was really important to me, but my understanding of what this looks like has changed quite a lot over the years. Initially, I approached kindness through a very naive lens as a leader, which is don't make anyone feel bad, because that's what kind people do, right? Practicing this style of kindness, I spent a lot of time in my first few years avoiding difficult conversations. I didn't tell a PE teacher who was underperforming that he needed to adapt. I didn't tell a librarian that her attitude was seriously damaging her relationships with staff. And when I say I didn't tell them, what I mean is that I wasn't clear. I didn't engage them in discussions about what was happening and why, what could be done to improve, or what support I could offer. Instead, I dropped hints and I pushed conversations in meetings towards where I thought they needed to go. And I told myself that this slow and steady, and I will call it what it is, manipulative approach would get us all where we needed to be. And I thought we'd get there without anyone's feelings being hurt. So the turning point came for me years ago when a leaving teacher came to me stressed and anxious and looking for advice. It was getting late in recruiting season and she didn't have a job yet. It didn't take much for me to work out why she didn't have a job yet. It was because her references, including the one I gave her, weren't so great. So this teacher's competitiveness had become a real issue in her grade. She was difficult to work with and it had an impact on team morale. And I remember walking away from that conversation with that teacher with a really deep sense of guilt. In her confidential reference, I was really clear. I celebrated the things that she was good at and I gave a fair description of the areas she needed to work on. And I put that information out there for anyone looking to employ her to read. But what I didn't do was sit down with her and tell her those things outright. I thought of myself as being a kind leader, but in avoiding that conversation and ones like it, I was not being kind at all. I was really just robbing her of the chance to grow. So I came out of that conversation committed to one thing, that I would never again write something on someone's reference that I'd not spoken directly to them about. This morphed into a broader commitment later to stop avoiding difficult conversations altogether. So I've worked a lot on having difficult conversations since then. Sometimes I rock them, sometimes not so much. In tackling conversations, I know I'm a kinder leader than I was before, because kindness to me now means that I'm being honest and clear, supportive and constructive. It means that accepting moments of awkwardness and disappointment and even anger are necessary at times if we're going to grow. And when I'm struggling to have those conversations, I like to quote Brene Brown, who says, "Clear is kind." So my pearl is, if kindness is important to you, embrace the difficult conversations you need to have. If you're going to say something about a teacher, make sure you say it to them because they deserve to hear it from you.